Tomatoes.
What's this? Tomato. And what's this? Do you recognize this?
Carrot.
Carrots. Do we pull carrots out of here? Are they your
Yes.
favorite? Yeah, and then up here,
This one's big enough.
not quite. No, it still needs some more growing. But the carrots grow.
Peas.
There's some peas. So we've actually got some peas starting to climb up these tomato vines, don't we? Good job.
Tomato.
And you want to smell this one? Smell that one. Put your nose in there and give it a good smell. What does it smell like?
Pea.
Well, what? That one's beautiful. You know what this one's for?
No.
That one's for attracting the bees. Why do we need bees?
So that the flowers survive.
So that the flowers get, what's the word? Pollinated. Hey? Yes. What's this one over here? Kind of, I'm reaching in. Can you see that?
Pepper.
Pepper. Is it ready?
No.
No. What color is it going to be when it's ready? That one. Do you remember?
Red.
That one's the orange one. Orange ones are sweet and yummy. And they're hard to grow outside because they like lots of heat. So then we've got a pepper, and then moving down on over here, this is a Delicata squash, a really wonderful winter squash that tastes a little bit like corn. And it's actually a huge plant. So my plan is I prune it. So back to needing to take more effort in here. I need to prune these guys, and I'm going to train him out the window. So that's why he's placed right beside the window there. He would just take up way too much space if I had him, you know, throughout the garden. And then hidden in here too is an eggplant. And he's a little squished. We'll see how well he does. He's a little bit close to this guy, so I'm going to have to work hard to keep this guy, you know, so that the eggplant has some space. And then in the center here I have a trellis, and these are peas that the kids planted, right? When did we plant these? Do you remember?
No.
I'd have to look in my garden journal. But what's this? What's this? Guys, do you see this? What's coming out of this flower? It's the beginning of a pea. So those are some of our very favorite. And hence, and then also I've got a cucumber growing up here too, within the peas. So the peas are going to be done pretty quickly here as soon as they come on. I'd say in the next 2 to 3 weeks the peas will be producing peas, and then I'll be tearing them out to give more room to that cucumber. Again, stacking in time and space. And you'll see here another cucumber, and I am training this cucumber, so I'm not allowing it to have secondary shoots at every axil, at every leaf axil. I'm pruning those off, so it only puts all its energy into this primary leaf axil. Cucumbers do that, tomatoes do that as well. And I'm slowly wrapping it around this string, which I have connected to, I don't know quite what they're called, tomato trellises, but you can see I can unwind it, and that means I can give it more space. I can drop it down, I can change the direction it's going. So I find this quite useful when I'm first kind of putting things in the greenhouse and not entirely sure which direction I want to send things, to give them each kind of the maximum amount of space, right? So you can see this guy here, I haven't permanently figured out which way he's going, but generally I've got him trained around this string. And something similar on the tomatoes here. This is one tomato plant. It is an indeterminate variety, meaning that it'll keep growing and growing and growing and growing. And at one point I let it form 2 primary stems, and I only allow 2, otherwise the tomatoes, they just get too crazy and too crowded. But I'll be pruning every single secondary axil, every single axil at every leaf point, or sorry, every single shoot at every leaf axil. And again, in terms of training, I'll just climb up here. Same thing. I really like this system where when the tomato reaches the top, which it'll do in very short order actually, I can give it a little bit more slack. And it keeps the tomatoes that I'm harvesting at a reasonable height. And also prevents them from reaching the top of the greenhouse. So a neat little strategy for keeping the production zone in a reasonable reach. Other things, this bed, beets, again, only because we love them so much and the kids liked planting them. There's some leftover bok choy that I'm just finishing harvesting up and making room for the cucumbers and the tomatoes. Alright, time to harvest a salad. I'm just going to put that there. So I am strategizing a little bit. I'm making room for this cucumber, so I am going to definitely cut out the lettuce here. And this lettuce is almost done. I'll take some of that chickweed. Take this one too. What else should we take? Some more beautiful nasturtium I'm growing. These are quite lovely, these leaves. And what else do we have in here? Lots more lettuce. I'm going to leave these ones. Actually, this one I'll chop. And then on the other side, oh, there's some basil. I'm going to take a little bit of that. Take some basil. Lovely fresh basil in a salad. On the other side, I'm going to grab some beet greens, and I'm going to grab some bok choy. There we go. There's that one. So all sorts of stuff. And there you have it, our lunch salad. So I threw in a couple different varieties of lettuce, some red leaf lettuce and green lettuce. I have some beet greens, chickweed. I grabbed some bok choy and some cilantro.